What is up, guys, and welcome back. So today I'm gonna show you guys some videos when I was doing loss prevention for Walmart and Home Depot. So let's get to it. So this female here, now that I remember, she actually stole 2 bottles of Don Julio. And I remember me and my buddy stopped her. She ended up complying, so that's nothing biggie. What's this? That's her. This was a random fight. I was off this day. I was currently working at Home Depot at that time, and a fight just broke out. There's so much going on. I'll go ahead and rewind so you guys can see. But there was so much going on. So these two end up fighting, kinda. This guy gets sucker punched, as you guys can see. Boom. He's like, here you go. And then this fool beats him up, and then this guy comes over here and kicks him. Oh my god. So this guy right here, this guy, every time he would see me, he would instantly run. He was scared of me for some reason. Look at him.
Run, bitch.
So he was a really known theft. He would steal anything he could, pretty much. He would conceal under like mulch, soil. He would open boxes of like not mowers, but blowers. And he would go to the outside garden and get them dirty and be like, "Oh, I walked in with it," you know. But yeah, he's too damn funny. Look at him running out.
Run, bitch.
Oh my god, that one was funny. What happened here? Oh, here we stopped the whole family. It was the 2 daughters and a mom. And I remember when I took the picture of them, because we had to take pictures of their faces to upload it in our report. So I remember they were just smiling. Like, they had this crazy ass smile, dude. Oh, this was when I was in Home Depot. This was hilarious, though. They ended up stealing from us, and then they found a lot of stuff from Petco as well. Their car was packed. They had toys, dog food. They had a lot of, just in general, they had a lot of stuff.
Pull it out, bro.
And then this female right here, I remember her, she was concealing too. And when we stopped her, I recall her saying that she didn't have anything. But it's like we had her on camera, you know? That's her just concealing. This is the actual stop, I believe. Yeah, see? Here my buddy was like, you know, like, where are you going? The guy ended up leaving her.
Feels like I'm out.
Yeah, see? She didn't want to comply, but my buddy was like, hey, this is ours, you know? And he's like, you got to come over here. And I remember me telling her, I'm going to pull out my handcuffs and put your handcuffs if you don't want to go to the office. She ended up complying. What happens here? Oh, same stop. That one. Oh, this one with my buddy Rudy. Shout out to Rudy. This one was crazy. The girl, we knew she wasn't going to comply, but we still let her pass the last point of sale instead of going up to her like, hey, you got to leave, you know, because she wasn't going to comply. But we gave it a try, and, I mean, this was the outcome. My boy Rudy, always aggressive. And I remember that all this stuff in the cart was purchased, but they had stuff in that purse concealed. So I remember that day I grabbed that guy's Mountain Dew, dude. I grabbed it and just took it away, you know. And he comes back. He's like, give me my Dew. You'll see me reach in the cart right here and grab it. Right here. You know? And right here, he's like, hey, I paid for that. He's like, I paid for that. You know, like, bro, you're walking out with my merch. I'm getting something in yours. Oh my god. Oh, this was one of my biggest cases with Home Depot. So this Asian lady walked out with a stove and a refrigerator. The refrigerator was 1,500. The stove was, I think it was like 1,300, and she paid under $400 for all that. But yeah, anyway, she ended up getting me for the stove and the refrigerator. That day I was covering another store, and I got notified by one of the what was it? Was it a team lead? No, not a team lead. It was a who was it? One of the appliances associates. So he came up to me and was like, "Hey, we have a refrigerator and a stove missing." So he gave me a time frame, and I kind of did my research, and I found out that it was this Asian lady with another Asian lady. And anyways, a week had gone by, and she came back into the store, and I was actually working there, and I was walking the floor when I seen her come in. And as soon as she came in, bro, I started observing her. I saw her rip a tag off and put it on a propane cylinder for like a barbecue kit. And as soon as she did that, I called the sheriff because I already had a report on her for the previous theft. So they were waiting for her outside. Yeah, you hear that text message because I had sent it to the sheriff saying, "Hey, she's getting into her car." Yeah, see, that was crazy. Here I am, just verifying that the merchandise, yeah. Let's see. Then this one, this lady, I was off that day. A lady came in, tweaked out, freaking started dancing in the store, asking for $1. She was like, "Give my dollar, guys. Where's my dollar?" They're just laughing over there. So I don't know who she was talking to, because when she's facing that way, there's a door right there. So I'm assuming she was talking to the door. I have no clue, but look at her. God damn. She had some beef with that door, man. She's like, "Where's my dollar?" God damn. Oh, this guy. I stopped him, dude. I stopped him at the door, and he just kept on pushing. And he thought I was going to walk out and follow him. But I was like, "Bro, give my shit." You can't be doing that. I was like, "Bet, bro, I just did." This female right here, I was observing her on the floor. She had already concealed, and this is what happens. She ended up dropping it, man. And I mean, she ended up leaving right after, but there you go. Boom. She's like, "Oh my God, where'd this come from?" Literally, those were her words. This lady right here was looking at her like, "What the hell?" Oh, this one was crazy. This female and the male, I believe they were at somewhere out of Florida, I believe. And they were hitting the state, or I don't know what they were doing, to be honest. But that day when they came to they hit my store, they hit the Modesto store, and then they went to the Series store, and they hit 3 different stores all within 2 hours. That day I was actually doing a Blitzen Series, and the AP from Modesto store was also in Series. So those 2 stores weren't covered, and that day that they went to the Series store, I was there. The AP from Modesto was there, and little did they know that the sheriff was outside doing an undercover blitz. So we ended up getting them arrested, and I think they had over like $2,200 worth of merchandise, and they also had a gun, I believe. And the guy, the female, didn't want to comply. It was just total havoc, This guy right here, oh man, I went a little too far, was doing fraud return. I knew who he was because I remember him having incidents with him at Walmart. So when he walked in, I immediately engaged and started observing him. And I was right. He had a receipt and he was picking up those items off the receipt, and he went to the service desk and tried to return. So on and so forth. Which he was almost successful, but I was there.
Alex is here, right?
And right there, I intervened. The associate knew who I was. I intervened, and they know when I would intervene, they knew something was off. So right away, you see she pulls her arm back with the ID. Right there, she seen me. Oh, so she pulls her hand back right there, and he's immediately like, "What's going on?" You know, because I identified myself as loss prevention for the Home Depot. And I told him, hey, I know what you're doing is a fraud return. You didn't walk in with none of this merchandise. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to come into the office with me. And he didn't want to. But thankfully, he did because I had his ID. Yeah. As you can see right here. He tries to snatch it. But I was like, no.
Please dial 502. Alex,
You know.
502.
I think we showed this one, right? Did we show this one? If not, this is my boy Rudy. He is cool, good employee. This guy was stealing liquor. Rudy ended up snatching it from him, and this guy, shoplifter, spit at him. So Rudy was like, "Whack! Get your ass down." So this guy right here, he was trying to steal some. What was he trying to steal for reals? Oh, he tried to walk out with, I believe, 3 KitchenAids. Each KitchenAid was like, I think, $3.99 or $4.99. But you know, he tried. We were laughing because he was talking shit, you know, while we were doing that. Little did he know that the sheriff, or actually Ceres PD, was out there waiting for him. So he ended up getting arrested. This is a video of him. This is the video of him trying to run out, actually, see? And then you'll see me and my buddy just run right after him. We're like, where are you going? So this one was crazy because this next video I'm about to play, Walmarts were getting hit for their whole registers. Like, there were literally people were going in and snatching the whole register. And this happened at my local Walmart. Well, actually, at all 3 local Walmarts in my area. Look at that. That's crazy, huh? Imagine. God damn. All right, let's see.
So why are
This
you
happened
acting
during
like
Christmas.
a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do?
So this one happened during Christmas. This guy walked in. Well, before he had walked into the Home Depot, right in front, there's a Target. And that night, we had the sheriff outside the stores. They were just, you know, helping out for retail theft. I get a call from one of the sheriffs. And like, hey, this guy just hit Target, but we didn't make a stop because he's a known theft and we know he's going to go to your store. So he came into Home Depot, walks in, grabs 3-4 items, and he grabs those Christmas blow-up snowmans that you put outside. They're only like $100 a pop. He got like 3. And he started walking down the main line straight towards one of the fire exits. He's walking really fast. And at that time, it was me and my partner, Braulio. We were both watching him. And I'm on the phone on comms with the sheriff department and CHP. And I'm like, yeah, he's coming this way. While Braulio is on the other side of watching him. And yeah, he ended up pushing out. Little did he know that he was about to get surrounded. That's Braulio out there pointing like, hey, that's him, that's him. So the reason why Braulio moved back was because the guns were drawn out. And I remember there was people behind this gate, because there's a gate right there by the door. And I just hear Braulio saying, move back, move back. Let's see. Yeah, see. And yeah, when they opened and searched the vehicle, they had items from Target, they had merchandise from us, and I think they had merchandise from Ulta as well. This right here, these guys were hitting the district for I think it was shingles and windows. And that day we were gonna have a blitz with the sheriff department. The blitz was scheduled to start at 3 p.m. But we were there at 1, just preparing, getting everything ready, make sure that we had our hiding spots set up, you know, because when you work for Home Depot as AP, you got to realize that you can't really do camera stops. You got to do a lot of floor observations. So what I mean by making our little hiding spots is make sure that everything is moved to an angle where we can hide and they can't see us. So I was barely pointing up when they had entered the store. At that time, we had AP Rudy. He pulled up and he gave me a call. He's like, hey, man, that van is in your store, and I think they're going to hit. So we already had a picture of the vehicle, and we were able to confirm the plate. So, yeah, let's let it play. Look at that. They literally just got swarmed. It has a little bit of music, but. They thought they were going to get away, but they did not. Look at that. You know, the sheriff in Burbank does not play with theft. I'll tell you that much. They have zero tolerance against theft. So here, so this guy right here that's walking out, that day I made a stop on him and he did not want to comply. I was able to recover some of the merchandise, but he walked out and went to his vehicle, and probably like 5 minutes later, he came back into the store. So at that point, I just called the sheriff and I'm like, hey, man, I made a stop on this guy. He already walked out with merchandise. I recovered some, but he's back in here. Can you guys come and assist me? They showed up in the quickness. So they parked one police officer parked on the left side of the building. One was on the right. And I was on comms telling him, hey, this guy's going this way. He did this and this. He ended up concealing D-Wall toolkit. And so this is what happens when he walked out. Bam. He was surprised. He's like, what the hell? And they pulled out the gun on him because he was reaching in his pocket, as you can see. Now he puts his hands up, and yeah. I ended up recovering the merchandise. They ended up going to his vehicle and they searched it, and yeah, my other it was what was it? Milwaukee battery. There you go. That I was able to recover back. So yeah. So that's all I'm gonna show for today. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys meant to the end of the video, if you guys please like, subscribe, leave a comment, I would really appreciate it. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, guys.